We're rolling, and what's the audio level like? You hearing okay? Can you talk for me? Just say your name.
Check. Kelly.
I'm Kelly.
Sarah. Hey.
Are you altos?
We're both.
Yeah, but like mid-range, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Inside Look. I'm Jeff Lyons, and today we have musicians with us. Kelly and Sarah are here from Illinois. How you doing?
So good. So good to be here.
So you're surprised to be here because, we have our Inside Look talent scouts out working all the time. And Haley Kirby saw you performing at Bally's the other night and was so impressed. She texted me at about midnight and said, you got to see this or hear this. So here we are. I'm so glad you could make time for us here on Inside Look.
I love it.
Yeah.
So tell us your story. You're twin sisters and you're musicians. And how did that all start? Where are you from? And kind of walk us through.
Yes. So I guess we'll start at the very beginning. I don't like to always dwell on this, but when we were born, I had a little problem with my lungs. My lungs had collapsed when we first were born. I had to spend a little extra time in the hospital getting that all figured out.
I went home.
Yep.
She was born first. But
Okay. I was going to ask that, but
Yep.
okay.
1 minute older. And then when I was brought home after this 2 weeks of being away, my mom tells the story that she laid us both on the bed, and after being apart for 2 weeks, we reached out to each other, and I was
Where
like,
have you been? She cried.
I'm crying now.
Right, I know.
It's so okay. So basically joined at the hip right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
From the
When did
beginning.
you start singing together?
We were singing for as long as we could talk, really.
Yep.
We learned how to sing from my mom. She was the one who was always singing in the house, and we would do dishes together. We would have that 3-part harmony. So she's the reason why we learned about harmony and how all that feels within your body and everything. But then with my dad, he's more of a performer. He doesn't go on stage, but he's like hilarious, and he's always the
He's
center
an
of
entertainer,
attention.
for sure.
Yeah, and he really
Dad
doesn't
jokes
have
are
to try.
legitimately hilarious.
Oh yeah, and he is full of them.
Okay.
So we would have these garage parties, and he would just be the life of the party, and I think that's where we get a lot of our
Yeah, we
energy
just
from.
Imitate him and just do what he did as we were growing up.
Yeah. And we didn't know that music, well, I didn't know that I was going to be making a career out of music. But Kelly,
Yeah, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I wanted to go to college and learn what you could do. Because, being a singer and artist is like a pipe dream. So I'm like, well, if I can do something with music at all, like, that's what I want to do. But as I was in college, I was like, you know what? I want to do the artist thing. I just want to go for it because I'm going to be 20, like, for only 10 years. So 20s is when you figure stuff out. But I did learn how to do, like, the background stuff of music. So it's like if things didn't work out, then I would do that, like, background studio stuff. But so far so good. And I was like, I'm going to go to Nashville as soon as I graduate, and I'm going to take Sarah with me. She might be kicking, but it only took one pull, and then
yeah, I was like, Nashville, that sounds scary.
It does sound scary. I'm a little worried about it. So do you write all your own stuff, or do you do covers, or where do you pick for material?
Well, it all depends on where we are playing. So when we play in Nashville, we do a lot of cover music. We do a lot of country music, a lot of the top songs, a lot of 90s country, a lot of modern country. But when we are recording our music, that is when we really get to sing our own original songs.
yeah, our favorite things to do is festivals and like performances where we can do our original songs. Because then we'll throw in a cover here and there. But when it's mostly originals, that's like the dream right there.
Yeah, and when we do covers, it's a lot of duos like Fleetwood Mac or Dixie Chicks or Little Big Town, because they always have those strong harmonies, and we have those strong harmonies being twin sisters. So actually, we are working on a album right now, and we've got 9 original songs that we've written and 1 cover song on there, and that cover song is Landslide,
Okay.
if you're familiar. And we should have that album out and ready to be sold within the month. It is open for pre-sale now on our website at kellysarahmusic.com.
Always get your plug in while you can.
Oh, yes.
Any place at all to get the word out about your music. Well, Can you
Yes.
sing a little for us right here?
Can.
What would you like to do?
I think we should do.
Our latest release was Well called Whiskey, and it has been on the radio. It's been playing on the radio. Our first song actually has gone like nationwide on the radio, so we're super excited about that.
So we're going to get the unplugged version, the a cappella, because we don't have room for a guitar in here. We're pushing it with three of us here in the Inside Look studio. So ladies, the microphone is yours. Just you don't have to do the whole thing, but you know, because I'll probably horn in. I'm not going to sing, by the way, but I'll have questions.
Okay. We'll just do the chorus. We'll do a little percussion stuff here. Yeah. Here we go.
Well, whiskey got me up and down and stumbling around. I got it from the well, don't need the top shelf. Yeah, you can call me cheap, but that won't bother me. I got a tax of pop on me. That well whiskey.
Wow. Now they say that family members, but you know, we got a studio audience in here. I made Haley come in and manage you guys here while you're in the Inside Look studio. They say, and I think it's true, my daughter and my wife sing, and when they sing together, people will say there's something about harmony in a family that's different from, like if you're in show choir, you just get some random guy. What do you think that is?
I think a lot of it has to do with obviously like the genetics and how the voice is made up and the timbre and all that. And also we were raised with doing the same like vowel shapes. Vowel shapes are very important when it comes to blending. And when we don't have to put in that extra effort to try and get the exact same vowel.
Because you know it's going to be the same. You're identical, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when your mom and your daughter sing, they have like the same vowels because your daughter was raised with your wife.
Oh, she has some vowels, all right. We could do a whole podcast on those. But so that's really, I didn't think about that part of it, just the physical, and of course the mental, you're probably on the same wavelength too.
Yes, you don't have to think so much about what you're doing in order to make that blend happen.
Yeah. So what's the most pleasurable part of it when you're performing up there, like when you're really on? How does that, talk about that a little bit.
When the band locks in with what you're doing, you can feel it, and I don't know how else to explain it except for you can feel that we're all making this art together.
Yes. And like when something just hits and I'd like do something with my fist, like boom, and everyone can just feel that I just did the boom even though I didn't touch anything, but it sounded like I did. And I'm looking at Sarah, she's looking at me, we're smiling at each other and just having a good old time.
Yeah, when you don't have to think and you just make it happen and it feels like we're all on the same wavelength, it's so powerful. I love it.
You're in the groove, you're vibing, that's right. And the thing about music is, it's fleeting, right? Like it's there, but then it's gone.
Right.
You can't keep it, in place for. I guess you can listen to a recording over and over again, but in the moment when you're performing live, that's got to be a big thrill for you.
I love it.
So you're not just playing joints. I mean, other than Inside Look, this might be a joint. Have you played a room smaller than this?
Well, we've had last week when we were going on our radio tour, we did play in some very small studios.
Yeah. But I saw on your website that, and you want to give your website name too? It's
Yes, it is Kelly Sarah Music.
Kelly Sarah Music. Okay.
.com.
All right. I see that you'll just show up at somebody's house and
yeah.
perform. So talk about that. I mean, what's the wildest house you've gone to and performed?
Off the top of my head, I think the wildest was out in North Carolina.
Yeah, you don't have to name names, and that's several states away, so I think we're safe.
Right. It was right on the beachfront, so it was just beautiful, and the wind was really strong.
There was oysters. I didn't like oysters, but when I tried those oysters, I'm a fan now.
It was just so beautiful to look out and know that's your backdrop. That's what you're singing right in front of for people who are enjoying being there. I love that.
So you're not background music then, man. It's a concert. Like people they're not just, playing games and
no.
swilling beer and I mean they might be swilling beer, but they're having a good time listening to your music.
Like they sit there and they're engaged
and they're just watching like it's a real like concert, and it's just I love it.
So on the flip of that, what's the biggest venue you performed in then, or biggest thing you've done so far?
Our biggest event that we were a part of was the Grand Ole Opry's 99th birthday celebration, which that is what all country music artists strive to do, is play at the Grand Ole Opry, or at least right there on the property.
On the plaza, yeah.
So were you in the Ryman Auditorium, or were you in the new Opry?
Well, we were on, like, in... What would you...
Not the old one, but the newer one.
Well, we were at the Grand Ole Opry, but we were outside on the little plaza area.
Yeah.
So we weren't inside, but we were outside just looking at the inside. But we were performing for the celebration, so
So what's Nashville like? It seems like it would just be like this fortress, like very hard to break in, because
Oh, yeah.
everybody there is a good musician, right? Is that just kind of oversimplification? I mean, everywhere you look, there's somebody singing or performing
That's
or doing
true.
something, and they're all pretty good.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone plays, everyone sings, and it's hard not to look at it like it's a competition. But I don't like to call it a competition. I think that if we all help each other out, we can all make it together.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like a kind of like a community, and I mean, there's some people who like to compete, but I mean, they have their little areas. But then there's other people who are just there to help everybody and still like grind.
Yeah, because it's all
Right.
about connections and making friends.
So are you making it as musicians, or do you have to wait tables or 10 bar or drive Uber or DoorDash? I mean, how are you making it? Or is that
We
too
are.
personal of a question?
No, we're full-time musicians.
Excellent.
Yeah. About a year now.
Yeah, we've been full-time musicians for about a year. I used to work at a doctor's office, so I was the one who would ask for your insurance information and everything on the phone.
Gee, I'll bet you missed that.
I do a little bit just because I liked the people I was working with.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, this music business, that's what I was made to do.
So what's the next goal? I mean, obviously you're playing around the Midwest here. You're in Evansville. I saw you're going to be was it Carbondale? No, not Carbondale. It was somewhere else in Nashville, of course. What were some of the other gigs that you have coming up?
We have, tonight we're going to be back at Bally's Casino, and then tomorrow we're going to be in Kentucky at the White Squirrel Brewery, and then we've got a lot of events coming up this year, and we have all of our events on our calendar, on our website, and our social media.
Okay. Well, we'll be looking for you. So if you can't get enough of Sarah and Kelly, then you have to go out and see them here, because we
Yes.
can only do so much here on Inside Look. How about if you sing us out? Would you
We
like to do
can.
that? I'd like for you to do that.
Let's do it.
Should we do another well whiskey or should we do something different?
Let's do something different.
Okay. What do you want to do?
How about, want to do Cowboy on the Run?
Okay.
Let's do that last chorus.
Okay. I got you wrapped around my finger.
How does our song go?
I got you wrapped around my finger like a windmill spinning in a cyclone. Thought you'd pull me in and break me like every other girl you had before. I got you at your game, got you on me. Turn the tables, I'm right where I wanna be. I'm gone. I'm a cowboy on the run.
That's Cowboy on the Run, not released yet.
All right, Sarah and Kelly, thanks so much for being on Inside Look. I know we're going to hear more from you.
Oh, I think so.
I have a feeling about that. So we appreciate you bringing your music out here
Well,
today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
take care. You can get Inside Look wherever you get your podcast. You can also watch Inside Look on the 14 News YouTube channel. Thanks for joining. I'm Jeff Lyons.